you've been answering these questions for several years. Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, like your names have been intertwined for several years. After having to answer all those questions.
I'm
Yep.
gonna stop you right
Go
there.
ahead. Go ahead.
But I just fought one fight at 135.
True.
So we can say that, they've been talking about it for years, but I've been at 130. Them guys been at 135. So
True.
you can't place no blame on me because I haven't been in this division.
I'm not. I don't. I honestly don't place any blame on.
No, I'm not saying
any
you,
of y'all.
I'm just saying
No.
You know how the narratives
Right.
get spin.
Right.
So
right.
I'm
No.
just
I know. I know. But there's people who, the higher ups. Like there's higher ups. There's people that you guys do business with who also have their own agendas and whatnot. So I don't place the blame on any of you guys. But I just think because of certain circumstances, like Devin, I don't think Devin's going to be at 140 very long. Like you said, you just got to 135. I think Devin will probably be up at 147 after a year. Gervonta, obviously they're on they on some different shit. He's got options over there that he can explore and make good money with. And I don't feel like they're in a rush to make that fight right now. So I'm just curious, after years of you having to answer those questions, do you still strongly believe those fights will happen, or are you starting to have some doubts yourself that they may not?
Nah, I got a lot more faith in the Tank fight happening before Devin fight. I think that Tank is a competitor. And I know deep down inside, like he want to prove to the world that he'll beat me as well as I want to prove to the world that I'll beat him. So honestly, I don't think he's like I don't think I feel like he'll fight me. With Devin, I disagree with you when you said that he'll go up to 47. I think he's going to be at 140 for a long time. Yeah, I don't think that even if he was to get bigger and the weight was hard to make, he wouldn't want to fight them dudes at 147. Like he more so like a person. I don't believe his confidence is that high to just jump from weight to weight. Like how I'm doing, like how I just go from 26, 30, 35. I don't think his confidence is that high to just go to 47 or anything like that. I think that he feel 140. I think he's going to try to stay there for a long time like he did with 135.
I mean, I could definitely see that. I'm just not sure. I guess I'm just kind of looking from a business standpoint. I don't know how many options he's going to have at 140 other than, obviously he's fighting Prograis, which, that's a good little fight, I guess. But it's not a big fight. It's not a, what I mean? It's not like that crazy pay-per-view type of money fight, that mega fight that, I know all you guys want. So the only other name there really is Teofimo Lopez. I think if he gets that fight, which is not a lock, but if he gets that fight, I think he'll probably bounce up to 147, where I don't really think there's going to be anybody there at 147 after 2 years? Look, Bud already talking about 168. So
Boots is at 147, sir.
Ooh. You right.
Boots is at 147.
You right.
But I whatever. That's his situation.
No, you're right. You're right. Well, look, even if he sticks around, right? You still got business at 135. Like, there's no rush for you to be jumping up to 140 or anything like that. And I don't know if he's actually going to come back down to 135.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
I believe in myself. I believe in myself wholeheartedly. So, hold on.
Careful now. Don't say something they might use against you for future negotiations.
It don't matter because I would stand on what I'm saying. I don't mind. I wouldn't mind fighting that 140.
Wow.
But let me just get my feet wet at 35. Let me keep filling the division out a little bit, and even if I'm not at physically at that weight and not weighing close to, I wouldn't mind. Like, I spar with 140 pounders all the time. And I know they try to say sparring and And fighting is different. I sparred 40 pounders, 47 pounders. I done been in there with 54 pounders. What's the guy, Brian Mendoza? Me and him sparred when I was a 26 pound. So honestly, like I wouldn't mind. But it gotta make sense.
Of
like,
course.
It gotta be something that makes sense.
Right, of course.
If it makes sense, then we can get some going.
Ooh, Shakur Stevenson putting 140 on notice. That might be the title. Don't get mad if I use that.
Nah, you good, man.
That's crazy. Well, obviously, I mean, look, a Devin Haney fight, I think, would be worth it at 140. Teofimo Lopez at 140. Man, there's a lot of big fights out there, but you still think probably the most likely one will be the Tank fight.
Yeah, because we at the same weight class, and honestly, I think that Tank will fight me. Like I don't think that he'll not fight me. So I think that that'll be a tremendous fight, and I can't wait.
Well, how do we make that fight? What do y'all doing your part, right? I mean, I know you're doing your part. I know you talk about it, you speak on it. What is it that we as media have to do, or fans, or whoever? Like, how do we make sure that fight gets made and the higher ups don't decide to go a different direction?
There's nothing that y'all can do. I think that's all comes down to whenever Tank feel it's the right time. I think that they smart businessmen over there. Mm-hmm. So being that they smart businessmen, I think that they know how to cash out and make it the most for both of us. So it'll be a tremendous event, and I would love to do it.